Hey everyone, this is Stefanos. Thank you for clicking on this video. By the end of the video, I'm going to teach you how to basically utilize a basic business model that we have here and how you can put it into your own thing, whatever it is that you want to do. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. All right, so first and foremost, try to look at this like it's a machine, right? Like it's a car, for example, right? It's a vehicle to take you somewhere. Because this is what businesses typically, right? It is a vehicle to take you from point A to point B, right? That's all that it is. And when that vehicle that you have has leaks or has any problems with its battery or its engine or anything that is wrong with a car, it is not going to work as efficiently as it could. Therefore, your job is to first create the vehicle, create the car that is going to take you to being financially free, and then making sure you maintain it properly and you keep adding things to it so that it becomes better as well as it runs faster, right? So let's go ahead and see how this looks a little bit. So in the world, right, outside of these three boxes, there is a lot of people, right? There's 8 billion of us. So some of us, well, all of us have problems, let's say, right? And we are our basic fundamental thing that we're going to do here is try to fix problems for other people. So we're trying to create kind of solutions to problem out there. For example, if somebody has a problem with their lower back, right, and they hurt, they'll probably want to go to a chiropractor or an orthopedic or someone like that, right, who would be specialized in fixing that specific problem that they have. In contrast to that, if somebody has no clients and they need clients, they would probably start looking for a marketing agency, and so on and so forth. Essentially, there's people with problems, right? I'd say more specifically groups of people with problems, and then there's people who solve those problems. So the problem solving happens here. Now, the first thing you want to do is create a compelling offer. So you have an offer here, right? Then you want program. All right, so you have an offer, you have a program, and then you have reviews. All right, this is a basic business model that we work online. By the way, everything that I teach you is online taught, so I don't teach brick and mortar. I don't even know how to run a brick and mortar, right? I've been an employee for many years in different brick and mortar businesses, but I've never run one myself. I know kind of the ins and outs, but I'm only doing this for online businesses because I believe the freedom they offer you is unparalleled to a brick and mortar company or a business. So 3 simple things, right? An offer, you have a program, and then you have the reviews. So each and every one of this is going to take you to the next step. So an offer will bring you straight to the program, and then the program is going to bring you straight to the reviews. So what is an offer? Real good question. What is an offer? An offer is basically you're trying to make a promise to a group of people that you know they have a problem, that you will help them with their problem in a set amount of time by doing these things, right? And have a guarantee behind it mostly. So an offer is essentially a promise that you make to a person that you're going to fix their problem. And how good the offer is depends on very, very big and several parameters. For example, a good offer would be something that somebody would feel stupid saying no to. A bad offer is something that somebody wouldn't even consider and just say, this is not for me, goodbye. So a good offer is something that talks to the right person that has the pain point. It is an offer that they can afford to enter or start with you. It is an offer that it will help them 100% with what they have. It is an offer that guarantees something, either your money back or if you work with us for this amount of time, you get something extra, something like this. It's an offer that is irresistible, right? Something that people would feel stupid saying no to. So let's go have a look at an offer here, right? So our offer would be lose 5 kilos in 5 weeks or get your money back. All right, this would be a simple offer, right? But a powerful one. Why? Because you will lose 5 kilos in 5 weeks, or you will get your money back. What we're trying to say is, if you follow our program, right, you will lose 5 kilos by when? In 5 weeks, or you will get your money back. Essentially, what we're trying to say is that you will get this result in this time. And if you don't get this result, then we promise you that we will give you your money back. We are essentially saying that if our program doesn't work, right, if we are the problem in the equation, you will get a full refund. So we are subtracting all of the risk from your side. If the risk from your side is, I am going to give you my money and you will train me and I will lose 5 kilos, then that I have the program, if my program doesn't work with you, I will subtract that risk from you by saying that I will give you your money back, everything. All of the risk that you've given me, I'm going to give it back to you, right? You don't have to bear any risk. So that's a good offer, right? It's not by any means the craziest offer, irresistible offer, but it is a kind of a really good offer, right? Then let's say that, okay, somebody comes in and says, I'm going to pay you, right? How much are we going to charge this? Let's say we're going to charge this. Let's charge this at $500, right? It's a $500 offer, let's say, okay? This is $500. Now we've gotten the $500. Now we've gotten the $500 here, right? And now they're in our program. So what do we do, right? What do we do in the program? Our utmost importance is to deliver the product as best as we can and measure along the way. Essentially what we're trying to do is create a bulletproof system in here, right? This program, you can call it like a system. You are trying to essentially build a product that is going to deliver at all times. You're trying to build a system to produce a result at all times, regardless of circumstances. So if the goal of the program is for somebody to lose 5 kilos in 5 weeks, right? You should have a system behind that so that it can deliver these results to whoever is out there or your target audience at all times, regardless of any circumstances, any outside factors, right? So you need to do this to the best of your ability to at least make them lose 5 kilos within the next 5 weeks, or you're gonna have a very bad business, right? So you need a way to guarantee that your program will always, right? You need a way to guarantee that this right here will always deliver this, right? You need to guarantee that. So you need a way to make sure that this program always delivers on the core offer, right? It delivers always on the core offer. So this is your core offer. They move on to the program, and you need to make sure that the program itself, that the system that you put in place can guarantee the results, right? It delivers on the results that you promised when you made the offer. Right? Otherwise, it's going to be very hard to keep track of all of your clients, their success rates. You're going to have a lot of bad reviews. Your business is going to go to hell, right? You don't want that. So you need to build a good system, and then you need to promote it via having an offer. Moving on, let's say that somebody has seen your offer, they opted in, they paid you $500 for this. They are in your program for 5 weeks, right? So 5 weeks pass by, and now they are out of the program and they got the result that they paid for. They lost 5 kilos. So what happens then, right? Because they finished, kind of. It's over now for them, right? They paid you, they came, it's lovely, wonderful. They got the product. What happens now? You want to get them to leave you a review. Right? You want them to leave you a review here. So all of these reviews, we call them either case studies, right? Reviews or testimonials, right? Essentially, it's how happy are your basically satisfied, let's say. How satisfied is a better word, are your clients with your offer, right? So how satisfied are they with your core offer? So with your program, essentially, not the core offer. How satisfied are they with the program? So reviews is after the program, and program is after the offer, but everything precedes it, right? So to have a good review, you have to have a good system in place that produces the result that then you promised in the offer. So everything kind of goes backwards, right? To get a good review, you need a good system that can produce predictably the results that you want, that you promised on them when you first made your offer. So this can be replicated in many, many ways. This is a very basic system, right? It's not something crazy, right? It's a very basic system, right? You can see that a system that you've set in place that can predictably produce results that people are willing to pay for. If you do this correctly, you will have very good reviews, right? So essentially what I'm trying to say is that the reviews are a byproduct of a good program in place, right? A good program gives you always good reviews, so it's a byproduct. So what are we saying with all of this, right? Let's look at it here. It's a very simple system, okay? I'm just gonna try to explain this one more time. So you're someone, you have some sort of skill or something that you help people with, right? So somebody has a problem, they want to lose weight. Great. So you put off an offer and you say, I'm gonna help you lose 5 kilos in 5 weeks or you will get your money back. So I made you an offer now, right? I made you a promise, right? If you don't lose 5K within 5 weeks, I will give you all of your money back. Therefore, I'm taking the risk out of your hands. So now you joined my program, awesome, and you paid me $500. Great, I made money, awesome. Now I want you to get this result. So I've set a system in place that predictably will help you lose 5 kilos within 5 weeks guaranteed. So this by itself takes the risks off of me too. So if I had a risk that I will give you your money back if you didn't lose weight, now I don't, because I have such a good system that will predictably bring the results that I promised you. Therefore, you will never get your money back because you will always get the result that I promised you. What I mean by that is I'm so good, right? I'm so good in what I do, and my system is so bulletproof that I will never lose money on this, right? Do you understand kind of the psychology behind this? And then, only then, when I'm pretty sure that I have a fantastic system in place that will predictably produce the results that I promised to people, then I get the byproduct of this, which is a good review. And this good review will only branch out to bring me ready? More clients. Congratulations. And that's the whole system. All right, and here's a secret tip. If you want your offer to look better, right? Take the reviews that you get, all of the case studies that you have, and show them in the core offer. Show all of the testimonials. Show the case studies that you have. So that people that have worked with you already are a very, very, very good example of how good your system is for producing the results that they want. So in the future, the next set of clients that are going to work with you, they're going to be much more inclined, have less questions, and more ready to buy from you. All right, and that was it for the video. Thank you all so much for following along. It's been a great having you here. I wish you have a great day, and we'll speak on the next video. Bye-bye.